So here we are, Coe Park, uncut, nothing but the truth. It is Sunday, August 10th, about 8:15 p.m., and I'm meeting with Aura.
Aurora.
Aurora, I'm sorry, Aurora. And Aurora is someone I met at the park, at Coe Park, and she's agreed to do an interview with me. So, Aurora, why don't you introduce yourself to the channel?
Hi, my name is Aurora, and I'm from Waterbury, Connecticut. And I've been here in Torrington for 2 years now.
So you've been in Torrington for 2 years. Can you explain to the channel what brings you to Torrington? How did you end up in Torrington?
Well, I wanted to get clean and sober, and since I went through all of the McCall, you know,
McCall Foundation.
the McCall Foundation, I was very successful, and I lasted 2 whole years. So
Okay. So you remained sober for 2 years after you left the McCall Foundation. Good for you. So that tells me you can do it if you, under the
yeah,
right circumstances, you could do it. Um,
if you have a roof over your head,
okay.
it can be done.
Okay. So explain to the channel what's your current living situation right now, Aurora.
Well, right now my current living situation is I was living in sober house in town, and I took a nasty spill, and I have a permanent damage to my face.
Okay. And for those of you that I'm going to pause you. For those of you that can't see, Aurora, can you walk up to the camera? I'm going to try this. Can you bend down? I just want to see. I don't know if we can get it, but there is a nasty. You could see she had a hard fall. It's on the right side, left side of her face, and you could go back now. What happened? How did that happen?
Well, the house manager, I told him many times to remove a wire that was sticking out of the rug at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
And because I sleepwalk sometimes, I'm like I have some
Yes. Yes. Okay.
I tripped over it, and I fell, and I smashed my face,
Okay.
face first into a concrete.
Okay. So, and I know the camera probably didn't zoom in on it enough, but it's clearly you could visible see that there's a scar it's about a 5-inch scar that goes down the left side of her face. So it was a heavy fall. As a result of the fall, what happened?
Well, the house manager, it was like the elephant in the room. He didn't mention it, didn't ask if I was okay.
Hmm.
You know, he he didn't want to be bothered with it because he heard I was going to sue the home insurance.
Okay. Okay. The
So,
homeowner.
so on the first um, heat wave, when it was like 3 days long, he bought every female in the house an air conditioner. Now I'm on the third floor, and I was coming home from work at TJ Maxx, getting hit in the face with 90-degree weather. So I left the house for a couple days because it was too hot. So when I came home, all the locks were changed.
Okay. So you were put out of the house, basically.
Yes,
Okay.
he threw away every single belonging I owned. Um, Sentimental pictures, everything.
Okay.
My novels.
Okay. So I'm gonna pause it right there. So what's your living situation right now as a result of that?
Well, right now it's this is my home. This park.
The park is your home. Okay. And are you here by yourself? Are there others that sleep at the park, or are you the only one?
I I'm the only one that
You're the
sleeps
only
here.
you're the only one that sleeps at the park. Okay. What role has your substance abuse played in your life up to this point, Aurora? If you can share that with the channel.
Well, and I had a C1 C2 vertebrae and fusion.
Okay.
My doctor was over prescribing OxyContin to me, and it ruined my entire life. I had
How old were you when this happened?
I was 26,
Okay. So
and
your substance abuse. I just want to just make sure we get the story straight. So your substance abuse started at 26, or was there other things going on prior to 26?
13.
13. Okay. Okay. So 13 is when it all started.
Yeah.
And at 26 is when it got out of control.
Yeah.
At its worst.
Yeah.
So what's your situation right now with your substance abuse?
Right now, I'm doing whatever I can to make me comfortable enough to be in the park alone.
Okay. What does that mean to be in a park alone? What do you mean when you
It
say that?
means it's kind of like but well, if I can say really fast, in 2008, I got released from prison
Okay.
in Stanford at a women's shelter,
Okay.
and an immigrant from Guatemala. He um he punched me in the eye and dragged me by my leg into the middle of the cemetery and tried to kill me for 3 hours.
Okay. Sorry to hear that.
That's in the Stanford Advocate. It is it is substantiated,
Okay.
and
So, and I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. If you could share with the channel though, what are some of the things? What are some of the negative, some of the dark places you've been due to your addiction?
my child getting taken from me from the police because they served me with 2 warrants
Okay.
for FTAs for the family. Because I called the police on the father for hitting me.
Okay.
And I haven't seen her in 14 years, and I just wanted to die. I want to live.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. So, if that sounds, I mean, obviously that's a traumatic situation. How has that impacted your substance use? Can you speak to how that has affected you?
Um, it, it made me to a point where I just didn't care anymore. And and now I realize my experiences have been made to help other people through their. If that makes any sense, I've helped a lot of people through my experiences.
Okay. And I'm not going to keep you much longer. What are some of the, just being at Coe Park, what are some of the, what are some of the things you've seen here that, not so good things? What have you seen at this park?
Me,
Me? How so?
no, nobody likes me because I'm real. I'll tell people exactly what's on my mind. People say like I'm an open book. I, I just, you know what? If you said something to me that I felt disrespected, you will know about it. And I'm basically the troublemaker, but I'm not. I'm really nice.
So you're considered the troublemaker by the people that frequent the
Yeah,
park?
you know why? Because I just,
Okay. Okay.
I've been that way my whole life though. Like, my whole life I had to stand up for me.
Okay. So I just want to, I'm not going to ask you too many more questions, but I want to say, and I always ask everyone this during my first interview I do with them, is what would Aurora say? How old are you right now?
51.
51. What would 51-year-old Aurora say to 15-year-old Aurora through life experiences, through everything you've learned? What would you say to a 15-year-old Aurora?
Be careful who you hang with and make every moment matter.
Okay. Okay. And how would you, what's something you would say to the people that drive by this park every day that really don't know anything about you, but kind of judge you based on, because you hang out at this park, I mean, the people of Torrington really, they kind of view the park in a certain way. What would you say to those people that don't know you, that drive by this park every day?
I would just say don't judge a book by its cover because when I work, I'm amazing.
When you work, you're amazing. When's the last time you worked?
Um, a month ago
A month ago.
at
Okay.
TJ Maxx,
Okay.
and all my customers love me
Okay. Okay.
because I'm the mouth that they hear. I am the cheerful mouth they hear yelling across the floor,
Okay.
And they say, "How can you be so happy with everything you've been through?"
Okay. So you're pretty open with letting people know what you've been through in your life?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I think we're going to end it. I think we have enough information for a first interview. Um, I'd like to meet with you again next week to kind of see what's going on. Where are you sleeping at tonight? What's your situation as far as tonight?
Here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And there, we're going to end it on that note, folks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please, if you like what the channel is about, like what I'm trying to do to get the word out about Coe Park, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.